Set it all aside, man. Set it all aside. I know the Browns are not in a good place right now. I know the Steelers are coming to town. People are lining up to tailgate already. I ain't losing the Steelers. I don't care about anything else, all right? Stefanski and his job, Jed Wills, set it all aside. You got a game tonight. I hate losing to the Steelers. Find a way. It doesn't fix everything. Damn your draft picks. We got a mock draft to get to, which is interesting this morning in a second. Beat the Steelers. That's it. You say, I don't really care. You don't have to care except for tonight. It's the Steelers, man. We could finish this year whatever you want the record to be. You already beat Baltimore. Go freaking beat the Steelers tonight. We're down. Jameis has never even faced the Steelers in his career. It's going to be cold. It's going to be snowy. There's going to be terrible towels all over that freaking stadium tonight. I don't care. I don't want to lose to the Steelers. Yeah, it's an uphill battle. TJ Watt is a man possessed. Russ Wilson back to MVP for. Don't care. Sorry, pump the brakes on that.
Don't go that far.
Yeah, pump the brakes. I got something on Russ. I got something for your ass on Russ coming up in a little bit. The cards are stacked against us. I just want to beat the Steelers so I can feel good about the weekend, so I can fight off tomorrow if they're going to fire Stefanski or not. Find a way. Find a way. It doesn't seem to be there right now, but we'll all be tuned in tonight. Some of us will be at the stadium. Just get the win. That's the only thing for today. I'm trying to talk myself into it. We'll get after it. You got Browns, Steelers tonight. Don't act like you don't give a damn, because I know you do. Get after it. We'll see what happens. Cavs got after it last night. Very nice win for them. A nice break for the wine and gold coming up now. We'll talk about that. I mentioned a very interesting mock draft this morning from Matt Miller at ESPN. The grid, I've not seen it yet. That's not what we do here. I wonder, because sometimes they like to do it. I wonder if the Browns Steelers are in the grid today. I have no idea. Don't look at it. Don't want to see it. We'll get to time up. The bracket. I got Creed tomorrow night. Excited for that. It's a good weekend. It's going to be a good weekend. Kick it off the right way, Browns. You're kicking off your Thursday in the right way. Right here on Big Play. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Matt Fontana. Hey, is Ryan Tyler. Good morning. Happy to have you alongside. Little snow. Got to brush off the car there. Feels like a nice Thursday night game for the Browns and the Steelers. Appreciate you following and watching at Matt Fontana Show. We're up on YouTube at Big Play. Instagram is Big Play. And, of course, we're up on Twitch and the beautiful Big Play app, driven by our friends at Fairway Ford. Love you guys. FairwayFordOhio.com. Set it aside, Ryan. Set it all aside. We're not playing well. We're injured. All of that. Just get this win against the Steelers. Does it solve everything? No. Ask me the question you asked me when we came in this morning. Are we going to do the show tomorrow and have to be on Kevin Stefanski watch at 9:15 tomorrow morning?
Yes, I did.
You did ask me that. I hope to God no. And I do think he's probably safe. I hope he's safe. But a win tonight would just be massive. And that's what I'm going to ask of this team tonight. I know for the vast majority of these guys, they're not from Cleveland, okay? Then there's a small group that have been here for so long. They know what this rivalry is. They know the Steelers have usually had their way. Go to that emotional place. You know, we do that in college, right? Everybody talks Ohio State, Michigan. And I've never been one, as much as I hate Michigan, which is well documented on this show, I'd rather win national championships at Ohio State. But if I can't, I want to beat Michigan. For the Browns, I can't win a Super Bowl right now. I might as well beat the Steelers. I hate losing there. I hate the Ravens more than the Steelers. Sports hate, by the way. I hate the Ravens more than I hate the Steelers. That's because here's the thing. The Bengals rivalry is like we're in state, the Brown family, but they're closer to us as far as just a track record, all that kind of stuff, than where the Steelers and the Ravens are at. You'll forever hate the Ravens because they took our team and all that. The Steelers one is almost like the true rivalry. It's been built over decades. There was a stretch when we were kicking their ass. You ever see the Turkey Jones clip, Ryan?
No.
He picks up Terry Bradshaw and slams him on his head. In today's NFL, he'd be banned. They would kick him out of the league. Pull the clip up. Good little move for today. Good. Turkey Jones, Terry Bradshaw. Do it. He slams him on his head. This rivalry is the true one. It's the one that's been built over years. And I will say this. I respect the Steelers. I have family members, close friends of mine that are Steelers fans. And I just want to beat them. I just want to beat it. It really is a rivalry of respect. I don't really respect Michigan. I don't really respect. I respect the Ravens. I respect parts of the Ravens. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this rivalry is so different for me. And I think, like a lot of people out there, this is it. This is what it should be in the NFL. And again, we're down. And it's hard to go to a bunch of professional athletes that don't really understand the gravity of this and understand what you and me and all of us have known being fans forever. There is something special about beating the Steelers. And yeah, we might not go on to the playoffs and we're not going to go win a Super Bowl, all that, but beat the frickin' Steelers, man. Just do it. Find the way. Low scoring, sloppy, disgusting type of game. Whatever you got to do to get that win tonight, do it. You're at home. Again, I know it's going to be a lot of Steelers fans. I do want to talk about that in just a little bit, about Browns fans going to the stadium and the statement that they want to send. But that's it. Like, I am so jacked for this game. I'm so excited for this game, regardless if we're 2-8. Listen, we got a lot of problems, got to solve those problems. But I'm just going to set that aside for a couple hours tonight. And it might not go our way, and it might go bad. I don't have that feeling, though. For some reason, I got stats I've been pulling all week. I got some this morning. Thursday Night Football, Tomlin. I got one on Tomlin to tell you. Ryan, let's start our day the right way.
Poor Terry.
Watch this, man.
What did he do to deserve that?
He's the Steelers court. Watch it. Just right there. The hips and just boom. Boom. Just, yeah, here comes the flag. Oh, my God. Play it again. Play it again. Play it again.
Oof.
Just the old school. I'm just boom. Yeah. Oh, they even got the. They even put the Jim Ross over. You hear it? You know the. Oh my God! Boom! They killed him. They killed him. I love the JR over top of it, man. You ever seen that clip before?
No.
Joe Turkey Jones, man.
What is this? What's this from?
No idea. I have no idea.
It's like a YouTube edit from a movie. I don't know what movie that is.
Yeah, probably.
I'm surprised you don't know what movie that is.
I have no idea what movie that is. No idea.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how we start our day. That's how we start our day right there. You know, we used to do a trip to Detroit. I think I told this story. We used to do a fan trip up to Detroit to watch the Guardians play. And on the first trip, somebody brought, is so great, the VHS of the Browns beating the Steelers week 1, 51-0. And we watched that for 2 hours on the way there, and we watched the rest of it on the way back.
Marshall said we're uncultured. It's the Warriors.
What?
The movie.
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, thank you. That's why we rely on you guys. Appreciate you guys. I have no idea what that is. But that's how you start the day. We got to beat the Steelers, man. That's it. And does it solve in the grand scheme of everything? Not really, man. I know where this team is at. And the sports are meant to be what? I don't want to say break from reality, but we're fans. And I know all of you out there are fans with us, okay? And it's bad and it sucks. And you want to be able to be excited for your team. You want to wear your stuff. You want to go to the games. Cavs are a prime example, right? Everybody excited for that game last night, right? It's fun. We'll get back there with the Browns one day. I know we want it now. It's not right now. We'll get there again, all right? And that's where I need the reprieve. All week, we could talk about Jed Wills and Kevin Stefanski getting fired and if Jameis is the franchise, or, the bridge quarterback and drafting this and all that. I can do that all week. We do it here on the show. We're there for therapy sometimes with everybody. Just give me 4 hours of a game tonight. Just give me 4 hours of a game that I hope the Browns are in it. And I will tell you this morning, where I see the path. I see the way. And this is a big game for Kevin Stefanski. A win certainly helps. But are his guys motivated? We come out of that Saints game questioning effort with Juan Thornhill, and they downplay that. What?
Speaking of, did you see Juan Thornhill?
I saw his post.
His Instagram post.
I did. I saw his post. Okay.
Why would you do that?
So for those that don't know, obviously everybody I think saw the clip of him jogging. And he posted on Instagram a clip of Forrest from Forrest Gump running. That's a troll job on our own fans, and I don't like that.
That's what I'm saying. I understand it's harmless. Here's the thing. I understand that it's a harmless troll.
Right.
It's real no damage. It's supposed to be in good fun. But read the room, brother.
Exactly.
Read the room. You're a millionaire.
Exactly.
Just read the room.
And
how
if
can
you
be
want
that
to come
stupid?
out, defend yourself.
Right.
Give me some. Come out and say I was running. I don't know what people were looking at, but just say I was running.
But here's the thing, Matt. Why did he do it? Exactly like you said a couple days ago, because he knows he's not gonna be here.
That's fine. And they got to clear some of those guys out. And I think that's even, again, a perfect segue into what we're talking about for tonight. Keeping the team together, seeing that effort, getting after. There's so many reasons that the players are going to go out in that field tonight. Number one, do you want to fight for Kevin Stefanski's job? And then number two, it is the Browns and the Steelers. I know, again, that a lot of these guys are not from Cleveland. They're from all over the country. But did they have, sometimes coaches that do that. They'll sit down and they'll have a meeting. Bring in Josh.
Facts.
Bring in Joe Thomas. Bring in Hanford. Bring in some of these other players to tell them about what this rivalry really means. It's kind of chachi, but Eric Mangini, one game, first game of the year, he took the team buses and drove them through Muni Lot. So the players could all understand what it's like in this town. This is one of those games tonight. I want those guys to understand that. I know they try to win every game. I know they're out there and it's not going great. But this is one, first off, for Stefanski, this one's for us. This one's for us. And I know even if we somehow won tonight, the Steelers would be sitting there saying, oh, high and mighty, like, oh, whatever. I don't care. Just give me this one. Just give me the one, man. That's all I want. In a season that's not giving me really anything, just give me this one. The Ravens win was great. Just give me one more. That's all I need. Doesn't need to be a shootout. I doubt it's going to be a shootout. Find a way. Find a way to get it done. And the effort and what you'll see out of this team is going to be a direct reflection of Kevin Stefanski. I mean, watching intently on this game to see if these guys are showing up and playing for themselves, playing for their coach. Some of them playing for jobs. One of the guys not playing for his job is Jedrick Wills. I'm done. I understand they got to keep him around. You don't want to release him because that gives him what he wants. If Jermaine Ifedi can hold that job down, just keep him there and be done with it. I just don't understand how Jed Wills isn't getting out there for his own self-preservation. He has got to put tape out there for the rest of the other teams to come pick him up. Maybe that tape isn't good enough. I don't know. That is just shocking to me. We set it aside. He ain't going to play. We can kind of move forward on it. It is what it is. Another thing I wanted to discuss this morning, because I sent the tweet out that there are already people lining up for tailgating and they're all ready to go. All right? And I got some messages this morning on Twitter about this. And I know it's been a bit of a ground. We shouldn't go to the stadium. We should send a message to the Haslams. That never works. That never works. And trust me, I'm not telling you that you're required to go to the game. Dude, how many messages have you seen on Facebook or on Twitter, people going, got tickets for the game, don't want to, it's a crappy night.
Well, here's the thing. It would work. It could work.
I don't think so.
But no, it could. But the reason it will never is because it's not realistic to expect. You're not going to organize the large scale protest to get that stadium
The
empty.
0-16 parade.
It's impossible to. It's impossible to organize that because you're asking people who have looked forward to this, who have spent money on this, who have planned
Sure.
around this. So it's not possible. But in theory, if you could legitimately get that stadium 0 people, it would work. What do you mean?
No, it wouldn't. I'm telling you, I'm being respectful.
If there was nobody in that stadium, not a single fan.
What's worse is when it's invaded by other teams' fans.
But what I'm saying is, if it was all Steelers fans, obviously this isn't possible. That's what I'm prefacing this with. But if there was 0 Browns fans in that stadium, you're telling me that
I'm
wouldn't
going to
send a
shoot
message?
that down for you in a second. All right, number one, I've seen it.
No,
I've lived it.
not when there's 0 Browns fans in there.
I've been the first game
No.
that I ever took my brother to. My youngest brother and I went to a Browns-Ravens game. Late season, December. We got smoked. We stayed till the clocks hit 0. And there was nothing but Ravens fans in there. Ryan, that was 12 years ago. What message was sent then? I've been at that stadium when there's 1,000 people in there at the end. Now, you're talking about kickoff, and you're right, that'll never happen. Here's the other part of it, and probably the biggest thing that I would tell you. The Haslam's don't need that. You don't think that they sit there and go, well, they really needed a message from the fans to try to turn their football team around? On the bare minimum, they are business people. NFL teams are not losing money. But think about how much more they would be making if their team was good. The other part of being an NFL owner, it is one of the ultimate ego trips. You get to own this team. You get to go to the owners' meetings and walk around a bunch of other billionaires and go, yep, I own the Chiefs. The Hunt family. We own this. You think they like having a bad football team? They don't. And I understand that is the one thing that you feel empowered about. You feel empowered as a fan to try to make a statement to the Haslam. I'm telling you, they don't need it. Why would they ever want to own a bad team? Why would anybody ever? I saw it on ESPN radio this morning. I was talking about on Sportsmanlike. They were talking about Woody Johnson, right? And they put up the graphic of the worst NFL owners. They did not put the Haslams on there, by the way. It was Tepper in Carolina. It was Woody Johnson for the Jets. It was Jerry Jones. And then I remember who the other one was. But it wasn't Jimmy Haslam. And I saw the responses. I clicked to see if somebody, and of course, we're like, I'll throw the Haslams on that list. They don't want to own a bad football team. But you want to feel like you can, like, as a fan, we want to be able to do something. On fan base alone, Ryan, we should have 4 Super Bowls. On our fan base alone, for how much we care about this team, how much money you spend to go to that stadium to watch, invest your time.
Spend $16 on, or excuse me, $16 on Cleveland nachos that are just kettle chips.
Yep, that went through that on the show here, absolutely.
I still think about that daily. How frustrated I am with that.
So, this is a really random thought that actually just popped into my head.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. So, going to Browns games, remember the souvenir cups you get for pop?
Yeah.
And they're big. They were perfect for, like, we give our kids bats, and it's a nice big cup. My son dropped it and cracked it. I'm like, well, we got to go back to the Browns game. I need to get another giant plastic souvenir cup so I'd be able to give my kids a bat. I haven't been to a game as a fan, bro, in 10 years. I've not been to a game as a fan in 10 years.
Yeah, I went this year to the Ravens, and that was
you better get your ass over there tonight.
Yeah,
I'll buy your ticket.
All right, I'll go.
Yo, Mike Polk line. I'll get you in for $5 and 2 menthol cigarettes. Get you in over there. The discussion was brought up my brother-in-law's if we were going to go tonight.
Yeah. I would love I don't know.
I love going to cold weather games.
Yeah.
It's so weird. And people, trust me, the dome conversation, all that kind of stuff. If you dress properly, it's not a problem. So my buddies and I, this is great. This is a funny story. So we were in college, right? And it was late season, I don't know, 2009, 2010. And they were bad. And 3 of my buddies came in from the east side. I was living in Berea. And we were going to go to the game. And they came to my house the night prior. We woke up at the ass crack of dawn. Like, I think we were up at 4:30 to get in the car, load up the food, and get down to Muni Lab. And there was no rush because there was nobody in Muni Lab. Bro, I wore Carhartt coveralls, the thickest boots that I could have, hat, jacket, all that kind of stuff. My 3 buddies were in jeans. And I go, what are you doing? And they go, well, it's not that bad. And I go, you're insane. Second quarter, they were huddled in the corner of the team shop to get heat. I'm sitting out in the seat. I'm going, I'm having a great time. They go, it's time to leave. And I go, oh, giant problem here. I drove my car. Sit your ass down. I had a great time. So, like, tonight, I know there's going to be people in there. You dress warm. It's fine. I like going to cold weather games more. That's kind of why I'm anti-dome. I like the weather. Like, seriously. I would love to go to the game tonight. I would love to go. Oh, it's weather. It's crappy Steelers. I don't care. I'd love to go. I think tonight would be a fantastic game to go to. Outside of maybe how it'll go. But still, like, just get the one, man. Just get this one. There will be a statement sent. You know, I expect there to be a lot of Steelers fans in there tonight. And the Haslams know this situation. And it's also, yeah, you're comparing yourself to one of the most stable, one of the class organizations in the history of the league. And they happen to be one that is one of your most geographically close teams.
The closest.
Detroit, Pittsburgh, one of the two.
It's definitely Pittsburgh.
It's probably Pittsburgh. You're probably 2 hours.
An hour 45 from Cleveland.
Yeah. It is your rival. You think the Haslams like sitting there watching the Rooneys do all that? No, they want to be that. Here's the thing. I want to be the Steelers. I don't like the Steelers. I don't want to lose to them. I want to be the Steelers. They're the model of consistency. Everybody rips Mike Tomlin. All he does is keep ripping these wins off and finding a way. It's sobering from Chris Easterling, Akron Beacon Journal this morning. We lose tonight. We clinch the 22nd losing season in 26 years since the Browns came back.
Nice.
22 out of 26. If we lose tonight, we clinch a losing record. Sobering. Some of the other things for tonight. Are you ready? Do you know Mike Tomlin, in his career, is 0-5 on Thursday night divisional games on the road?
I did know that.
Coming into this one tonight, the Browns, since 1980, with a minimum of 10 Thursday games, we have the best home winning percentage in the NFL. We are 9-2 at home on Thursday Night Football. Now, that beckons back to some really bad games, where, remember when Thursday Night Football was just crap, and they'd always throw, every team had to get a primetime game, and they just throw the really bad games on Thursday Night Football. That usually work our way. All right, here we go. So I see the path there, and we're going to go with our Thursday, Friday report card and get you ready to go for this game and all the matchups that are there. But I just hope they find a way. That's all I'm asking is to find a way to give me a game to watch tonight. And I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I really don't. Yeah, the Steelers are that good. What's Thursday Night Football? It's the great equalizer. It's a short week. Fluky, freaky things happen. All right? Yeah, they beat Baltimore with all those field goals and all that. I can find holes on that Pittsburgh team. Not many, but I'll find them. The weather's supposed to be bad. That helps the Browns. They admitted they were kind of saving Nick Chubb on Sunday against the Saints. All right, well, now maybe's the time to go. I'm talking myself into it because that's what I do. I'm going to talk myself into it because I'm a Browns fan, and I just don't want to lose to the Steelers tonight. It's that simple. It's that it. You posted our Twitter question? What is it?
I did.
What do you got?
I said, what is your interest level in tonight's Browns-Steelers game?
Let's go on.
So far, leading. Don't care. Season's over.
I can't join you on that.
I needed to get the fans' pulse.
That's fine. I like that. And I'm voting with rivalry game. Let's go. Let's go. That's all I got.
Browns fans are in the dumps, Matt.
And trust me, I am too. And I will be probably the rest of the week outside of like tonight. And again, they could just open it up and go, 21 straight points put up by the Steelers and all that. Just let me get to the game. Just let me get to tonight. I don't have much going on for me with the Browns. Let's just get to the game tonight, and I just want to sit down and be able to watch. And just root so hard that we beat the Steelers.
I hope, man. That'd be nice.
It'd be nice. I'm telling you, there's a way. I don't know if I'll take the Browns, but we'll see how it goes. All right, before we get to the Thursday report card, getting into the game, we got to talk a little Cavs.
Yes, sir.
Nice. That was the JV squad of all JV
The Pelicans are horrible, dude.
Oh my God.
The Pelicans are awful.
You know Adam Silver watched that game and was like, what is this?
Horrible.
Holy God. Donovan only played like 20-odd some minutes. Freaking Ty Jerome, man.
Yeah, he's crazy.
I love it. It's so great. Jalen Tyson, good for him, man.
Damn near triple-double.
Well, and the great thing is, now you get your break. So they got 3 days off.
Right.
We are only one of 2 teams at this point in the NBA that haven't even had consecutive days off. So you paint it up this way. Darius didn't have to play last night. The max that any of your starters played was 23 minutes, and now you basically almost have 5 days off, the way you look at it that way. Rest, relax, you get it done, you took care of business. That's all I asked for. Congratulations. Well done. Nobody got hurt. Everybody got to play. Everybody got some tick. Awesome.
Cavs should theoretically be 20-1 because you have a game against the Raptors. You have 2 games back-to-back against the Hawks, 1 an NBA Cup, and then you play the lowly Wizards.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a very good chance of being 20-1.
Well, and that's what I'm saying, too, even with the streak being off. And even if they drop one of those, like, I feel like the pressure's on. Now they just get this little break. Now they just get a little bit of time off. And also, I love where the Cavs are at because I don't think this is something that's going to be broken. You know, sometimes you come off of a break and it's not quite the same. You're not quite as crisp. But like you said, the schedule sets up really well for them to not have to fall into that hole. You put yourself into such a great spot. And I think even all of us kind of needed this little break. Like, we're going 1,000 miles an hour right now with this team. So to get some time off, to be able to relax, that was great. That was an awesome game last night. And again, build that confidence to Ty Jerome, get some of those other guys in there. And you saw the bench. I know Reflog posted. I saw the video when was it 3 in a row that Ty hit, and you saw the whole bench going crazy. That's other great stuff. You know, whatever sport you played out there, if you did play sports.
Is marching band a sport? People want to know. Not for me. I didn't do marching band.
I didn't do band. I have no musical talent.
I love that debate. When people are like, is cheerleading a sport? Is
Sure,
marching band a sport?
I'll give it to you, man. That's fine.
Is it? Is marching band a sport?
Sure, there's coordination. There's synchronization there. There's stuff I couldn't do. I always say that about a sport. I go, is this something that you can get up there? Because, okay, so here's an example.
Professional eating?
Well, like,
esports?
I like esports. I do like esports. It's a physical game. That's all that. Somebody was saying, too, they're like, golf is the one sport, maybe the one sport, that you can hit a shot that's sometimes close to what a PGA Tour. It doesn't happen often, but we've all had a shot in our lives. You're like, wow. Right. You know, wow. You know, that is a little, you don't really get that. You don't play football into your career, you know, later in your life. You don't really, I guess, basketball, that kind of stuff. But golf is kind of the one that you sit up there. So whatever sport that you played growing up, didn't you like it sometimes when, I'll just say football, right? Like when I was at Brunswick, we were 10-0, like but we liked the end of the games because then you got the other guys in there, and you could stand on the sidelines and be happy that some younger guys or maybe even some seniors that didn't really play, you're like, yeah, get in the game, man. Like, good for you. That's awesome. And that builds camaraderie. I felt that with the Cavs last night. I felt that camaraderie of how excited they were for guys. Now, Ty Jerome's different. Ty Jerome plays. But to get some tick for some of these other guys, that's like a nice little just, you know, building moment.
Absolutely.
It's what I look at with this team. And again, the time off I think is going to help a lot. And don't think it's going to really step on the momentum, you know, because that'd be the thing. You'd be worried about the momentum going down. I don't see that with this team. I think they're in a fine spot. Took care of business. Nobody got hurt. Good for some of those guys to get some minutes last night. All right, we head over to ESPN. I usually don't like doing mocks until I have a set.
That's not true.
I do love mocks. But the whole point of, well, we don't quite have the draft order yet, and like this is the projected draft order. But I clicked on one from Matt Miller this morning. Daniel Ifusi, who covers the Browns, he goes, that's an interesting pick for the Cleveland Browns. I'll tell you what that pick is in just a second. Your pick has got to be Fairway Ford. They're the number 1 overall draft pick, folks. F-150 sale still going on right now at Fairway Ford. The lot is stocked with the vehicle that is yours. I'm telling you, they got one there for you. They have so much product there. They're willing to make deals. It is a short drive out to Canfield. They are one of the largest Ford dealerships in the area, and they have people coming from all over our state. They have plenty of people that come in from Pittsburgh. They have plenty of people that come in from PA because it's a short drive to potentially save what? $12,000, up to $12,000 off. APR rate, which is so very important. I will make that drive for a vehicle that I'm going to have for 5 to 7 to maybe 10 years. And when you go with Fairway Ford, you're going with a family-owned and operated business for over 20 years. You're dealing with a sales staff where over half of them have been there for 15 years. You get a family feel and vibe there. So much so, I don't talk about this enough. You should not be in that dealership for 8 hours. I always think about that. Like, I don't know, Ryan, how often your family bought cars growing up. But, like, I remember a day my dad was going to go buy a car, and it was like, it was a big deal. I'll do you one better. This is one of my earliest memories. My parents went to a dealership to buy the minivan that we had growing up. And there was 3 of us, me and my 2 brothers. And my brother Mark was like a baby. I remember that because we were there all day. My dad actually had to take us home so my grandma could watch us because that's how long it took for my parents just to buy a car. Do you know what Fairway Ford prides themselves on? You should not be in that dealership over 2 hours. Brian told me that. Sitting down with Fairway Ford. He goes, Matt, if you're in that dealership for over 2 hours, we're screwing something up. This should be an easy process. Now, again, it doesn't mean that it's lackadaisical. This is a big purchase for you. You're trying to get the right vehicle for you. But what that means at Fairway Ford, they're not trying to trap you in there to get you to sign up for the extended warranty. You know the other thing they're not going to do? Force you into a vehicle that you don't really like. I talk about the inventory there. Let's say you have a beautiful F-150. You go to fairwayfordohio.com and you build that beautiful F-150. And maybe you call them and maybe there's one that's damn close on the lot. They're not going to walk in there and go, yeah, but let me show you this one over here. You know, this one doesn't have like 6 of the things you're looking for, but can I talk to you about it for a second? No, they know the vehicle that you're after. They're going to work hard to get you in that vehicle, and they're willing to make deals. That's the thing. They're churning and burning over there. And it's not about taking advantage to you. They like selling cars. You want to just cut it down to everything? Fairway Ford likes selling cars. What a novel idea for a dealership. They like moving sales. They like getting things done for you, sometimes even at their own detriment. But they like getting it done there at Fairway Ford. It's the family. It's the vehicles. Their interest rates are great. They got money off, and now is the time to go. I'm telling you, we tell you about the F-150 sale. They got an Expedition sale going on right now. They got the Broncos, the Mustangs, whatever you're looking for, they got it at Fairway Ford. The Rangers, the Raptors, the Mavericks. I see those cars all over the place now. Really great vehicle there. Fairway Ford is the place to go. Start at fairwayfordohio.com. We got it up there, fairwayfordohio.com. Tell them we sent you from Big Play. They're going to take care of you. They really will. So we appreciate them very much joining us with our friends at Fairway Ford. All right, mock draft, ready?
Let's do it.
Matt Miller, who I have a lot of respect for. He's one of my favorite draft people. He starts with Jacksonville as the number 1 overall pick.
Okay.
But wait, there's a trade. The Giants go up to number 1 to select
Shedeur Sanders.
Shedeur Sanders, quarterback, Colorado. Matt Rice.
Wait.
What?
Are the Giants 2 in this draft? Were they originally?
They were 3. Okay. So in this, they were 3.
What were the Browns? Or who was 2? Okay, that makes
Browns
sense.
are 2.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if Jacksonville was 1, Giants at 2, why would they trade up? Jacksonville's not taking a
No. In this, and again, he's just going off the current order. He has the Giants trading up from 3 to 1 to take Shedeur Sanders. His write-up. The Giants would be going all in for what they hope would be their quarterback of the future as Daniel Jones' era is coming to an end. We all know that. Sanders is similar to C.J. Stroud in the ability to put the ball on his receivers. And like Stroud, Sanders isn't a runner by trade, but moves well in the pocket and can rush when needed. He has 4 rushing touchdowns in each of the past 2 seasons. The Giants could use their uber-accurate Sanders with Malik Neighbors to give themselves a chance in the NFC East moving forward. You know, then it gets back to Dion and, like, what happens there and, like, how you separate that or how you would view Shedeur knowing that, like, there's a potential down the line of his dad getting involved. You got to ask yourself the question, do you think Dion's going to be a good NFL head coach? And it's almost like, okay, here's my thing with the Giants, right? I'm going to put myself in the Giants' shoes for a second. You take Shedeur Sanders because you think he's the best quarterback. And by everything we read, he is going to be the first quarterback taken, right? So you ask yourself two questions. Number one, is he a franchise elite quarterback? Well, he answered that too. But then you are afforded to ask, do you think Deion is going to be a good head coach? Because if you believe that, that's added bonus to take. Not that you need more convincing to get Shedeur, but if you're a buyer at Deion, buy on Shedeur too.
Nope.
Yeah, you and I kind of agree.
But here's the thing. And this isn't me saying that I think Deion's not going to be a great NFL head coach. I don't have any basis to say that he's not going to be. You know, like that's something you have to see. But the thing is, I don't want my franchise quarterback coached by his father.
Sure.
Why would you want that?
No, that seems to be something that is set up for disaster, right? You got to fire one. You got to move on from one. Like, yeah, that could get dicey, but you also got to open up. What if it's perfect?
He's not going to bench his kid if he's ass.
I don't know. I mean, you'd have to ask yourself, like, would that? Because I do look at Colorado, and I mean, I don't know. It seems like he's handled his kids because Shiloh's a safety too. Like on that team,
yes, because they're good in college. Now, could they be good in the NFL? Sure,
they're getting preferential treatment.
But that sounds like and even if they aren't, that's different. You're in the college. Now you're going to the NFL. It's a whole other ballgame. I don't want my franchise quarterback coached by his father.
You got to remember, too, how that locker room looks. Colorado's different, that locker room. All those guys owe something to Deion, not in the NFL. All right, number 2, Matt Miller's mock draft, ESPN, the Cleveland Browns.
Select Travis Hunter.
Correct. The Browns front office must decide if it should draft a quarterback here to compete with Deshaun Watson. The contract, the low QBR, we get it. But NFL decision makers that Matt Miller has talked to expect Cleveland to just bring a veteran in to compete while using the draft to upgrade the roster at other spots.
Totally fine with that.
If that is the strategy, you take the most electric player in the country at Travis Hunter.
Correct.
Wide receiver, corner, and has the Browns to jumpstart at one position or another. Now, again, you'd sit there and say, okay, you got Denzel Ward, but you got concussion problems. You believe MJ is going to come back. What's up with Greg Newsome? Or slide him in with Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman. Win-win. I'm not against it. I do like Cam Ward, but I kind of see where they could go with that. Number 3, Jacksonville. Kelvin Banks, offensive tackle, Texas. First lineman off the board. Going to be at 4, Raiders. Cam Ward. That's how that's going to go. But again, and I want to see this. I'm going to send this out. Let's do this real quick. Here we go. Sorry. I don't mean to send tweets during the show, but here I am. Matt Miller. What's his mock today? Travis Hunter. I want to put this in there because I find that very interesting where he says NFL decision makers he's talked to believe that they'll use this pick on something other than a quarterback. Do you think we'd be able to handle that in this town?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think as long as you don't roll into next season with the exact same quarterback room, then we'll be able to handle it. Especially if you'd have to understand why they would draft a player like Travis Hunter.
Sure, Travis is one that you're like, but let's say they go Kelvin Banks. Let's say they go offensive line.
No, they would not be able to handle it. I wouldn't be able to handle it.
The thing is, you need something to grab. So, if they said this is our plan, I think more than anything, you just want a plan to jump onto. So if they did the draft, and let's say they took, Travis Hunter's different because we could all get excited and talk ourselves into that. But if they just went to say, yeah, we're just going to bring Jameis back, and we're going to start Jameis, and we might start Deshaun Watson, I guess, I understand that fans won't like that because that's not meaty enough to grab onto. I'm a sap and a sucker. I'm just happy they have a plan. I just want a plan. I just want something.
If you're picking in the top 3, though, I think you got to go quarterback or Travis Hunter. You have to.
Sure, and let's play it out for the rest of the way, okay? So Kelvin Banks 4, Cam Ward Cam Ward goes 4. Luther Burden out of Missouri, the receiver, goes 5. Will Johnson, the corner out of Michigan, goes 6 to the Patriots. Abdul Carter, who's going to be the first edge rusher, goes to the Jets at 7. McMillan, the receiver out of Arizona, goes 8 to the Panthers. Mason Graham, who I do like a lot, is at 9 out of Michigan to Dallas. Mykel Williams, pass rusher, Georgia, goes to the Bengals at 10. Those are all the guys that are going to be in the top 10. At this point, I don't see another quarterback. Now I'm scrolling down. Best guess next quarterback off the list in Matt Miller's mock. So again, he's got Shador going 1. He's got a trade for that, and then he's got Cam Ward going 4. Who do you think Matt Miller has the next quarterback going?
Not Carson Beck.
It is Carson Beck.
That's gross.
Do you guess what pick? What team? Just give me a pick range. Where do you think he has Carson Beck?
I mean, if he's going,
Obviously in the not top 10.
if he's going first round, I mean late 20s.
18 to the Rams.
All right.
Matt Stafford's successor.
Bro, they got Stetson Bennett. They're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
get
yeah.
another
That's
Georgia guy.
yeah. That's it.
Yucky.
But as I go through, and this is a fun one. Next quarterback after that.
Garrett Nussmeier.
No.
Oh, Jalen Milroe.
Jalen Milroe goes 28
to the Steelers?
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That'd be dirty.
That'd be dirty. Tyleik Williams goes 30. Josh Simmons, Ohio State, goes 32. So you only had 4 quarterbacks in the first round, 2 in the top 5, 18 and 28. That's where you sit. Now there's scuttlebutt that Quinn Ewers might not come out. Maybe he goes somewhere else. He leaves Texas, gets a bag, goes somewhere else.
Yeah,
Lets Arch start.
He'll have to transfer, yeah. Because they're definitely not sitting Arch again.
No, they're going to play Arch.
Yeah.
So, I was listening to Bo and Nathan talk about it. What if he went to, like, Georgia?
What if he went back to Ohio State?
So they brought that up. It's Julian Sain's time. They're going to start him next year no matter what. So it's Julian Sain's time.
I think he should go to Cincinnati, personally.
Quinn Ewers? Yeah, why
The
not?
University of
They just
Cincinnati.
threw a bag at him, like $3.5 million for the year. Not to diverge from that real quick, and I'm not saying that Matt Miller has Quinn Ewers going or not. Maybe he's got him at a first-round pick or not. Why would you not go to the NFL? Just start that clock sooner for you to get paid. You go back to college for another year. That's another year you push back to getting the big bucks in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like $3 million ain't sniffing at that. That's good money. Why would you not want to start your time in the NFL to get to your next deal? I don't know. I mean, that's just an interesting one that they were talking about yesterday about Quinn Ewers, but we'll see. So again, 4 quarterbacks, and if you truly do view these guys as maybe not all. Okay, so here's the battle. Let's say that this plays out, and I like Cam Ward, and they pass on him. Would I be upset? Sure. But there's 2 ways to look at it. Number one, this draft class isn't all that, right? This isn't some Justin Herbert, Tua Tagovailoa, Joe Burrow type of draft, right? You got to make do with what you got. So why not get everybody else? Or, no, these quarterbacks are really good. We just truly need to have other positions right now. The only thing that I don't like about the ladder on that, if you do draft somewhere else, don't you then hope and assume you're back in the top 10 for the draft in 2026?
Dude, imagine I would sell my soul if the Browns could draft Travis Hunter and find a way to move up late first round and draft Jalen Milroe.
And we're discrediting that. They got some other picks to work with. They picked some. I'm not saying that a 3 and a 2 gets you back in the first round.
How would you like that? Travis Hunter, number 2.
I like Travis Hunter. I'm fine with that. Jalen Milroe. Okay. I get angry. When people go with that guy played at that school, so he must suck. They always say, like, oh, Alabama quarterbacks, not all that good. Here's my one thing about Alabama quarterbacks. And it's not maybe this is different for Jalen Milroe now. It's hard for me to get a true barometer when they're just better at every other position. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
Like, when you look at Mac Jones, was Mac Jones all that? Or did he just have a bunch of 5-star guys all around him made him look good?
Bryce Young?
Like, who's an Alabama quarterback? And if you, I don't even know if I want to give you Jalen Hurts. I don't even know if I want to give you that. He's Oklahoma, right? Like, what?
If you're not counting Jalen Hurts, then the most successful is
Tua.
Probably Tua Tagovailoa.
It is Tua,
who's yet to win a playoff game.
Right?
In his career.
And ain't AJ McCarron, Greg McElroy. Like, oh, I'm going deep on that, right? God, who had John David Booty, the boot man? No, like. That's my, and again, I think it's a little different now because Alabama's not quite the power, and they're good, and they're going to make the playoffs and all that. You see Portland, I put $100,000 on them to win the national championship this year.
Bama?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Got some good odds on that. I don't have $100,000 to bet, but that's okay. Actually, I do. That'd be interesting to go to my wife and go, yeah, I cleared out her savings account. Put it all on Bama, honey.
Yeah, but you could retire.
No, it was only $1 million payout.
Okay, you could.
I hope to live a bigger life than $1 million for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but that would pay your kids' college easily.
Sure.
You could pay off a house,
Could pay off the house.
pay off the cars,
Yeah.
clear some debt.
Actually, we are very good.
Life-changing.
Our only debt is our car and our house. That's it. That's it. We're living the Dave Ramsey life.
You could pay off my student loans.
I could if I wanted to, yeah, sure. We'll just hit like a 16-leg parlay like we're doing for the Cavs. Maybe we'll do it for the game tonight. We do got to get a parlay cooking for tonight, but to do a parlay, we better learn a little bit about these teams. Thursday, Friday, report card. Aha! I like how you changed it. Yeah! Who is that? Who is that?
What? Who? Which one?
The guy in the middle.
Bro, you're about
Who
to
is that?
You're about to get roasted. You're about to, the one next to Jameis?
Yeah, obviously, yes. He'd be the only guy in this picture who I don't know who that is.
You are about to get flamed, Matthew.
Can I guess?
Well, think it obviously has a relation to Russell Wilson. You are about to get flamed.
Is that Sierra's old husband?
Yes.
Who is that?
He's not the past.
Oh,
He's not the present.
It's future. I honestly thought it was Tyga for Rack City or something like that.
And then the doctor from House. That
Then
was
the doctor from
just
House.
like Mike Tomlin.
Oh my God, that's not even Mike Tomlin.
You actually thought that was Mike Tomlin? You actually thought that was Mike Tomlin?
I seriously thought you got a picture from like the NFL owners meetings, and I go, why did you get that picture from Mike Tomlin?
Yeah, he pull it up
I
in a
didn't even notice.
doctor's
That is the guy
outfit.
from House. That is.
Dr. Foreman.
Yeah.
He looks just like him. Doesn't look. See, that's how much he looks like him. You didn't even notice.
I seriously was like, that's a weird picture. I thought you got it from the owners' meetings.
You said Matt showing his age.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, man.
Usually it's me showing my age on the show.
Well, that's the flip. It's that you don't know about the band on the field, and I don't know about Future. That's a little jab
That's
there.
so funny. You thought that was
I
actually
didn't even know it.
Tomlin.
I got through one season of House, and I haven't picked it back up.
Such a good show.
Because there's a cliffhanger at the end of season 1, right? Or he goes, I got to fire somebody.
Yeah.
But I got spoiled, and I know they all come back, right? Yeah. I know eventually they leave because what's her nuts?
Oh God, I know you're talking about. I don't remember her name. I can't remember her name.
Jason Sudeikis' wife, ex-wife.
Oh, really? They were married?
Oh, yeah, Olivia, not Munn,
What's her name in the show? I'm talking about.
13.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Dude, that's so funny.
Olivia Wilde. Wildy Wilde, whatever her name is.
I can't believe you didn't know.
I didn't
Future
even
was.
notice that was.
No.
You're right. I did not even notice, and I do.
Who
I
Future
know of
was.
a little of House.
That's
but,
insane.
Or future. But yeah, that's kind of where it is. All right, here we go. Quarterbacks. Russell Wilson. I put a little sauce on that earlier, saying he's back to MVP form, but here we go. All right, 4 games for the Steelers this year. He is 4-0. Here's the thing. Look at that completion percentage. That's not outstanding. Okay, 60 is fine. The thing is, of the 4 games, he's only cracked 30 pass attempts once, and that was last week when they couldn't score a touchdown. The other thing about Russell Wilson, yeah, TD interception ratio is just fine. Ryan, over his last 3 games, he's been sacked 11 times. 4 sacks each against Baltimore and the Giants, and Washington got him for 3. Also, he is coming off his worst QBR game under the Steelers against Baltimore.
Who has awful pass defense.
Exactly. With no pass rush and arguably the worst pass defense in the NFL.
Yeah, no,
They won the game, but
they're 4-0 with him, but he's not impressed anybody.
his 2 interceptions, last 2 games. I wonder if the facade, which is the other thing about Russell Wilson, and I'm trying to maybe project a little bit on him for tonight. Has the facade been shown? You know, like Russell Wilson is exhausted. Okay, he is exhausted. I think he is a clown.
He is a clown.
He's a clown.
Very cornball.
He's a cornball. He wears the eye black when he's not playing. I was hosting on ESPN with Ian Fitzsimmons. He and I did an hour making fun of Russell Wilson for wearing eye black in a preseason game that he wasn't playing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's out there. And eventually that wears thin. And everybody's talking in Pittsburgh about signing to the extension, all that kind of stuff. And I was concerned about Arthur Smith getting there And I didn't know they were going to have Russell Wilson at the time, but even when they signed Arthur Smith in this offseason, I was like, I think he's a good offensive mind, and he'd be able to kind of turn some things around with this team. Russ, again, his 2 best games were against the Jets and the Giants, and they smoked them. Close. Maybe should have lost to the Commanders by 1, and they beat the Ravens by 2. I'm not discrediting the wins. But I'm also seeing a little pattern here where they're due for a little come-up here. And they want to play these finicky type of games. And the other thing, too, don't make no mistake, Mike Tomlin has John Harbaugh wrapped in his mind. He is living rent-free in John Harbaugh's head. I don't get that feeling with Tomlin and Stefanski. By the way, Stefanski knows Tomlin. Told a story. He goes, my first day in Minnesota, he was getting introduced for his press conference. So they spent time together. Trying to talk this into existence. I think it's only been 4 games. Tonight's going to be sloppy and wet and disgusting. Not anything that Russ is not used to. He's played in these conditions before, but it's like, I don't know if he's quite the world beater that everybody thinks he is.
No, and nobody's taking the Pittsburgh Steelers that seriously. Are they going to win the AFC North? Probably, but let's be real. They're not making it out of the AFC. Not a shot.
No, I don't think so either.
No way in hell.
But
first round exit.
Yeah, sure, probably. And the same thing for Jameis. So you flip it over. Maybe he's got a little thing cooking here. The weather's going to probably be the factor, but I'd still try to throw. And I think the craziest stat coming out for Jameis is that in a 10-year career, he's never faced the Steelers. It's an interesting one there. So we'll see what wrinkles they got cooked up for tonight. The only thing I wanted to add on this whole quarterback thing, too, Justin Fields packages. You would assume there's going to be a couple for tonight, and especially if it's going to, again, be this, run type of game and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see Justin Fields get in there. That'd be a wager to place there, buddy.
Anytime touchdown,
Anytime
Justin Fields?
touchdown, Justin Fields. Can I get you some odds on that, please?
I'm going to say it's plus 800.
I was going to say 1,300. I think we're in the realm, though. Let's get going here. I swore I was going to take the week off of betting. And so far, so good. Outside of that part that we did the other day. That's not. Well, I've been on the wagon except for that one time. Wait a minute. He's not listed on here. I don't have it. Najee Harris, Freiermuth Warren, Mike Williams, Russell Wilson, Calvin Austin, Cordell Patterson, Darnell Washington, Van Jefferson, Ben Skoranek, and Connor Hayward. Okay. That's it. They have Jeff Swaim listed on this, and he's not even going to play tonight. He's got a concussion.
Interesting.
Can I get Justin Fields anytime touchdown? Hey, that's just one book. Can I check FanDuel real quick? Not to digress and derail the entire show right now. Connor Hayward's plus 1,600. Would you not say that there's maybe a better chance that he gets, Justin Fields gets in the end zone than him? I'd like to make that bet. I think that's an interesting bet. All right, NFL, Browns, Steelers, TD score Browns. Favorite for anytime touchdown. Who do you think it is?
George Pickens.
No, Najee Harris. He's plus 105. Chubb's 155. Pickens 220. Pittsburgh defense, Cleveland defense. Dude, they go so deep. I got Jalen Darden, but I don't have Justin Fields. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. But anyway, I wanted to just bring that up with quarterbacks. We move on. Rest of the Thursday report cards. Start here.
Not pretty.
It's not good. It's just. What are you gonna do? All right, head coach. He's Mike Tomlin. He's going to win Coach of the Year. It's funny because, the sense in Pittsburgh is they just have wanted to fire him forever, and all he keeps doing is keep finding ways to win, the ultimate motivator, all that kind of stuff. I have an immense amount of respect for Mike Tomlin. I hate that because he played, he's a Steelers coach, but I have an immense amount of respect for Mike Tomlin. I would love if he coached my football team. I think he's that good. And that's not a shot at Kevin Stefanski. I just think in the group of coach right now, Stefanski has fallen out of the top 10. I don't think Mike Tomlin's ever fallen out of the top 10. To be honest with you, so he's that good. Next up are the wide receivers. So Pittsburgh coming into this one with a resurgence. It seems to be George Pickens. Now Pickens, he can be a demonstrative. He's like any receiver. When he's not getting the ball, he's gonna bitch about it. Last couple of games, 89, 91, 74. Here's the crazy thing about George Pickens. He only has 2 touchdowns on the year. Now, those 2 touchdowns have come in his last 4 games when Russell Wilson got in there. So maybe that's a little bit different. But again, he's only cracked 100 yards twice this season. 15-yard average. He's not even had 10 receptions in a game, which I know is a lot. But like, all right, how many games they played? 10. He's averaging 5 receptions a game.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be a lot better if they had a quarterback.
I guess. Well, yeah, if they got Russ in there, that'd be good. Now, the one that everybody worries about is who? Pat Freiermuth, because we have just never covered the tight ends in here. He's got 3 touchdowns. Calvin Austin's got a couple. They just got Mike Williams in there. 2 games in, had the 1 catch for the 32-yard touchdown, and that's it. Watch out, I think. We'll get to the running backs in a second for Jalen Warren. I think there's more snaps coming his way coming up, but for the receiving core, Denzel's going to be on Pickens. That is going to be a height mismatch. Now, the thing is, and I was reading Chris Easterling this morning on Akron Beacon Journal, and he ran through his keys for tonight. Do you put MJ Emerson on George Pickens for a body type matchup?
Nope.
No, I think you got to put Denzel on. But then you got Calvin Austin, speed guy. Who's that supposed to be? Greg Newsome. And then you're just going to have to put your linebackers there to shut down Freiermuth. It is Pickens. Nobody else on their team has over 300 receiving yards. Pickens at 728. Nobody else has more than 300. So you lock him down. You get some pressure, which you can on Russell Wilson, and you try to shut things on down. Now, you go to the running back side of things, and we gave it to Pittsburgh again. Najee Harris, 700 yards on the year, but only 3 touchdowns. Justin Fields has 5 rushing touchdowns. Now, again, that all came back earlier in the year. But the guy I want to bring up a little bit is Jalen Warren, okay? Because in the 4 games that Russ has been in there, he's gone for 44, 46, 60, and 41 yards. That's after the 5 games prior, he only beat 10 yards once. 12, 9, 14, and 9 carries for Jalen Warren. Then a couple of receptions, nothing crazy out of the backfield. But here's what I'm saying. I think they have actually figured out, give your carries to Jalen Warren. Now, they've not taken it away from Najee Harris. He had 18 carries, 21 carries, 19 and 21. He is still that workhorse back. But they do have the dynamic of Harris pounding it in there, and then Jalen Warren comes in, and it seems like he just squeaks through. He picks up 7 yards like it's his job. I like the dynamic of the running backs right now. It's be a lot different if Nick Chubb was fully healthy, but we gave it to the Pittsburgh running backs here, just frankly because they have 2 of them, and I'm really worried about Jalen Warren tonight.
Yeah, Najee's tough to figure out. Good start to the year. Never really lived up to the draft capital they took him at, right? I mean, they wanted him to be a big part of their offense, but he hasn't really shown he can handle the big workload. Jalen Warren, pass catcher too, so.
Can I give you the one for the Maloik for tonight?
Sure.
Najee Harris and fumbled all year. Not one fumble all year.
Wow.
Put it out there for you.
That'd be nice.
Put it out there for you. Steelers offensive line, one of the best in football. They're talking about Zach Frazier potentially being rookie of the year. Like, that's how good he has been at their center position. They went over, got Broderick Jones, brought him on in. Hang on, what screen am I on? Where we are? Okay, right. So, but he's not grading all that well. The weak side is their right side of the line. Mason McCormick is their right guard. He's a 4th-round draft pick of this past year. And then Broderick Jones got in there. They've had to piece it over on the other side with Dan Moore, their left tackle. Isaac Osmalo, who we know, seen him play there before for them. And it really does start with their center. Now, the other thing is, on the injury side of things, they didn't have a single lineman. So Isaac Osmalo sat out because of rest. None of those guys are injured. And I only bring that up because what a flip that is for us. Jed Wills out. Bitonio was limited with a pec injury. Like, we're just dealing with all these injuries. Those guys are healthy over there, and they're playing pretty well. So it's I think some of these are close. I could try to talk myself into that, but this is still very clearly the offensive line for Pittsburgh. They're solid. It starts with Frazier. He's their best lineman at the center. Myles Garrett, though, again, getting after Russell Wilson, I'm more worried about, like, I'd almost put him over on Broderick Jones, man. Put him on the other side. And we'll talk our offensive line. We'll get to their defense in a second. Jack Conklin v. TJ Watt. I mean, circle that. Key for tonight. but their weak side is the right side. I'm going to ask Obo Okoronkwo to do something for the love of God.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it be?
For the love of God.
Someone not named Myles Garrett?
Yeah, for something. D-line might be able to get that push up the middle there, especially on McCormick, the right guard there. But offensive line, we gave it slightly there to Pittsburgh. All right, flip over. Defense, again, semi-close, because it's interesting that you look at this defense for the Steelers, and people talk like it's the steel curtain. It's not. They're 8th best, giving up 305 yards a game total. Their pass defense is not 20. I just had it here. 18th.
Yeah, I mean, it's
in
Joey
the
Porter
NFL.
Jr. and then
18th in the NFL. And then their rushing defense is middle of the pack as well. No. The rushing defense is flipped. They're the 4th best rushing defense in the NFL. They only give up 90 yards. I was going to say, some ain't working there for me. Some is not working there for me. It's all led by what? Cam Hayward, TJ Watt. But also now they're going to have to deal without having Alex Highsmith. He's been out. He was out last game. We'll see that out. The defensive backfield's got the names, but actually their best defensive back has been Deshaun Elliott, their safety.
Really?
Everybody's talking about Beanie Bishop, the undrafted guy that's come in and played extremely well in the slot. Patrick Queen had an axe to grind last week.
Peyton Wilson.
Peyton Wilson been a baller.
Yeah.
We talked about it. I love Peyton Wilson. I know he had all that injury history.
We did talk about
but he's balling out. So is a Landon Roberts. Landon Roberts is grading out as their best linebacker right now. You know, corner grades can be hard. I don't think Joey Porter, maybe he's solid, but actually the worst 2 defenders on their defense are Dante Jackson and Joey Porter. They're 2 corners. Ted Tillman? Jerry Jeudy, maybe get a matchup, but again, if the weather is pretty crappy tonight, then what else are you going to do? And you got to, piece together offensive line going against Watt and Cameron. Do you know, by the way, the number 1 graded defensive lineman in football right now? Cam Hayward. I'll give you number 2 edge defender, TJ Watt. They still got, I really liked Keanu Benton coming out of Wisconsin. He's on that D-line, and old friend Larry Ogunjobi over there as well. They got players everywhere. Herbig is filling in for Alex Highsmith, and he actually had a solid game. He's had a solid season, but he's had a solid game as well. And then they still have Minka Fitzpatrick. I still think I was dirty hit on Nick Chubb, but
Nick Chubb revenge game?
what's that?
Is this a Nick Chubb revenge
I'd
game?
love if he just trucked him.
My fantasy team would love that.
Yeah, I don't have anything against Minka Fitzpatrick per se, but there's a little axe to grind there as well. And I think even if you want to dice this up a little bit, prior to the 18 points that they had given up, 16 points that they'd given up to Baltimore, 27 to Washington. But, bro, they're 4 games prior. Nobody cracked 20 points on them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dallas got 20 on them. That was it. But they played the Raiders. They played the Jets. They played the Giants.
No, that's the thing. Literally this whole entire season, this whole entire season outside of the Ravens, they haven't even played a playoff team. It's crazy.
Beat Atlanta week
AFC
1.
Playoff.
They beat Atlanta week 1. But again, look at what Atlanta is now. They beat Denver in week 2, 13-6 against poor Bo Nix.
That's week 2.
Then they beat the Chargers, lost a shocker to the Colts. Dallas beat them. Then they beat the Raiders.
Wait, they didn't beat Dallas.
That's what I'm sorry. Dallas beat them.
Steelers beat Dallas.
No.
The Dallas won?
Dallas won that game 20-17.
Oh my God.
They won that game 20-17.
Really?
Yeah. Because Fields was still starting in that game. I remember that. Yeah. That was at home. They beat them at
Wow, the Steelers are frauds.
Yeah. Then they beat the Raiders, beat the Jets and Giants in back-to-back weeks. Now, again, the last 2 weeks they beat Baltimore and Washington. I'll call them frauds. I've got no problem saying that. I'll call them frauds all the live long day.
Steelers are on fraud alert?
Fraud alert. God.
Oh my God, are the Browns going to win tonight?
We're going to win. I'm telling you, they're frauds. They're frauds. They beat the Ravens because they're in the Ravens' head. Mike Tomlin has never won a road divisional Thursday night game. The Browns are the best home Thursday night team in the last 40 years. We're winning. Mark it down. Don't get surprised when we start the show tomorrow and I'm dancing over here. They're gonna win.
So what dance will you do?
The Macarena. I don't know.
Will you do the orange justice dance? I know you don't know what that is.
What is it?
The orange justice dance?
I'm assuming that's Trump's.
No. Wow. Wow. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. No, it's not.
It's really not.
No, it's not. That's funny as hell, though.
Trump.
That does sound like the Trump. No. I call that the Trump bump-a-dump Trump. But
that is what they call it. Yeah.
No, it's a Fortnite dance. You have to do it.
I'm not a big Fortnite guy.
Or flossing. You know flossing?
Yeah, but I'm not coordinated enough to do that. Isn't
can't
that
do
off
it either.
Bluey?
No, it's Fortnite, I think.
No, I started with Bluey.
Did it?
Yeah. I think so. I don't know. I don't know where it started.
Flossing?
I don't know. Yeah, they do it. The dad does it and the intro of the show. That's where my life is at. It's not video games. It's Bluey. Sure. I'll dance all day, man.
You're not going to like the responses to this poll.
But you know what? I'm not even going to yell at people. I understand where you're coming from. I completely understand where you're coming from. Yeah, do it. I don't know what to tell you. You want another little savory one for tonight? Let's get nuts. You want to get nuts? Let's get fucking nuts. Touchdown plus 1,200. You ready? Cleveland defense.
Okay. I mean, I could listen to it.
Strip sack
till it gets nullified by Greg Newsome holding. I could.
You
see
wash your mouth out. Plus 1,200 anytime defensive touchdown for the Browns.
Okay. All right. I mean, I could listen to it. I could listen to it.
Gonna talk into
also, Steelers defensive touchdown.
That is plus 650.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Much better odds.
Crazy. They have better odds for a Pittsburgh defensive touchdown than James Winston has to sneak one in.
You know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling a Pittsburgh Steelers lineman, big man touchdown. Like a trick play.
Bet that? You know, a little tackle eligible?
Yeah.
Sure. I like that. God, I'm going to get sucked into doing a parlay tonight, aren't I? I like Jalen Warren touchdown. Here's the thing. How many touchdowns do you think you're going to score tonight? Dude, am I overplaying the weather thing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I wouldn't be shocked if there was only 2 touchdowns in this game.
I was going to say 3. I think there's going to be 3 combined and a couple of field goals. I think Chubb gets 1. I think Jalen Warren gets 1. And if I like the defensive one, I got to take that. The other one would be Njoku. He's primed for it. He always seems like he scores touchdowns against the Steelers. Njoku. Done. All right, so let's catch our break. Morning update. We got to get to the Thursday on the grid, buddy.
Big day.
We still haven't used Wordle.
Wow.
Still not have used Wordle for you.
So unless we totally choke, we're definitely going for Friday.
We're going for it, and we'll have a giveaway for everybody on Monday.
Wow.
Let's not count our chickens just yet, but we'll get to that coming up as well. We got time up. We'll get you ready to go. Thursday night football tonight. Fontana Show right here on Big Play. Follow us on Twitter at Matt Fontana Show. We're up on Instagram and YouTube at Big Play. Check us out on Twitch as well. Joined by our great friends at Fairway Ford. Back right after this.
The Big Play Sports Network. Download the free app today to watch all of your favorite hosts on demand.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage Beer. Beer-flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like... I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer-flavored beer.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby as Authentic takes them around the far turn. Tis the Laws making his move now, and they're into the stretch. These two stride for stride. Authentic, tis the Law. Here's the wire. Authentic has won the Kentucky Derby.
I would like to see the Guardians re-sign Shane Bieber. I think he'd give them a franchise-friendly contract because his market value has diminished so much following the surgery. He's not going to be able to demand the kind of money on the free agent market that he would have before the injury. So I'd like to see us keep him, even if he's not ready to start the regular season. Be a couple of months in. I'd like to see us keep Matthew Boyd. Veteran presence. Did a fabulous job for us. Great pickup by Antonetti and Chernoff.
Let's jump on in. Ryan's got the Stores morning update. We'll get to the grid coming up. We got a little bit of time up. We got to get that parlay cooking for tonight on the Browns Thursday night. Let's roll.
Alrighty, Matt. Will the Cleveland Cavaliers get back on track? They beat the New Orleans Pelicans 128-100, Matt. They improved to 16-1 on the season, tied Jerome at game high, and also career high 29 points, 7 for 12 from beyond the arc. Rookie Jalen Tyson gets his first start, damn near triple-double, 7 for 12 from the field, 16 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, as this one was never questioned.
That's fine. Nobody got hurt. Didn't have to play the starters a lot. Feel good. Get a rest. Get a break. I'm sure we'll see some Brown or, maybe some Cavs guys over the game tonight, maybe a guitar smash. Who knows? I have no idea. Well, we'll see. Good for them. Deserve this rest. Sit back. And they also, now's a little time for Kenny Atkinson to maybe take a little deep dive. It's not like the bye in football, but I thought about it. They were going 1,000 miles an hour. You run through this. You're doing what works. You're watching a lot of film, but now it's time to actually sit back and be like, okay, we actually get to practice now. The Cavs were on this streak. They were doing all this stuff. Bro, they couldn't practice. They couldn't do anything because they were just playing every single night over and over again. Get a practice in. Not today, but watch some tape, take a couple days off. Good for that team, man. I hope they use rest well. And, the Pelicans, I thought about that watching the game last night because, the big thing about the player participation policy and I get it. These guys are legitimately injured. But how can Adam Silver watch what the Pelicans were forced to do and just go, yeah, that's fine? And it was a meaningless game on a Wednesday night. It wasn't on TNT. But, that's bad. And I guess no different than football. We get to watch Tommy DeVito and Cooper Rush next Thursday. All right, I get it. But, Tommy Cutlet's after you.
Drew Lock is big salty about that.
Which I don't understand.
He said he was told he'll be QB2 when he signed.
That's why would you not go to Locke? It's the same thing in Dallas. Why don't you play Trey Lance?
They don't want to win.
Probably right. But in both scenarios, you're probably right. But I just watching what the Pelicans had to do, and again, I don't know. You could tell me, Matt, what do you want them to do? They're hurt, but they were just down to bottom of the barrel. I don't know. It just sucked. Good for the Cavs. Got the win. All good.
All right, you're sitting down, right? Because this is a big one.
Do you want me to stand up?
No, I want you sitting down because I don't want you to fall over because I damn near cried when I read this last night. Lakers superstar LeBron James announced that he's taking a break from social media.
Are you okay?
This comes off the heels of, people called him out for lying that he didn't actually watch Dalton Knecht play college hoops at Tennessee.
Oh.
And he's announced that he's taking a break, zero dark 30 mode.
That's fine.
This is a heartbreaker. I'm going to try and get through it, but we'll all be right if we stick together.
Everybody's jumping to Blue Sky.
No, he's just taking a break from social media.
I know that, and trust me.
Are you okay?
Oh, Luka's going to miss time now, too. He's got a wrist injury.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Check on your loved ones.
I mean, there's a chance that there's a social media break coming for me here in the near future. You never know. Like, it's I trust me, if I could unplug, I would. Like, I like Twitter, and I think I use Twitter obviously to interact with people, and like I send tweets out this morning and everybody likes it and all that kind of stuff. But like my Twitter feed, I like for what it is. I get Batman artwork. I get stuff from IGN on gaming. I get the latest loadouts for Call of Duty, like all that kind of stuff. So I enjoy that, but it's like, yeah, when you have that many followers, and trust me, I get hate like everybody else. I guess I'm better at like compartmentalizing it, but yeah, social media is kind of, it's addicting and it's a sickness. The thing is, do you believe, there was a Reddit post on this a long time ago. I think we talked about it. What do you believe we're in the golden age of? And somebody said like beer. There's so much great beer. Garage beer, baby. Love it. There's a golden age of podcasts. Everybody's got a podcast. There's so many out there to find. But the thing is, golden ages eventually come to an end. I really think the golden age of social media is over. And I say that, like, I'm on Instagram like everybody else, but I'm of a different age where I remember when it first started. I don't have TikTok. Facebook is dead. Like, even Instagram, it's the same kind of influencers over and over and over again. It's like, it really doesn't do it for me anymore. Like, I spend time on Twitter because it's part of my job. There's information that I need to get. It's like the newspaper. Like, my Twitter is like my newspaper. But, like, yeah, social media in general is kind of... And then and I'm sure people have this in their lives too, you have the people that overpost. And the people that are just on there all day, and they're just, and trust me, I'm in groups with my friends, my family, and we send funny memes and funny things to each other. That's not what I'm talking about. It's like, yeah, man, social media just kind of is what it is. I guess it's an escape. There's probably better things you can do and spend your time with. So LeBron's off. Sorry to see you go. He'll be back eventually.
Well, I'm very glad that made national news.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. The Philadelphia 76ers lose again, this time at the Memphis Grizzlies, 117-111. They now have the worst record in the NBA at 2-12. And this comes as 76ers star Paul George suffers a hyperextended left knee.
Didn't look good.
That was the same knee that caused him to miss the first 5 games of the regular season. The 76ers are in some hot water.
They are bad, and that hyperextension looked bad. I mean, that was not one that even a healthy knee probably couldn't have taken. Then you got Tyrese Maxey bitching at Joel Embiid. They're gonna fire Nick Nurse, and they'll probably try to cobble this together and get to the play-in tournament. But that's fine, man. Let those seas part in the East. I really thought 76ers were gonna be players this year. The fact that they're not, good. Keep it that way. They suck.
Already moving on here. Matt, 11 national titles, 23 Final Fours, 15 in the past 16 seasons, 6 undefeated seasons. That is what Gino Auriemma has done since he took over the UConn women's basketball program, Matt. But last night, after they beat Fairleigh Dickinson 85-41, that officially makes him the winningest basketball coach in NCAA history, breaking the tie he held since Friday with Stanford coach Tara Vanderveer.
That good, dynasty, all of it. And it's more, I don't want to say powerful, but like you see when some of the women go back and like see him and talk about how important he was to them and what he was able to do. And a lot of them are in the WNBA and they've gone off to great careers and all that kind of stuff. But especially in college, to be able to do that and not have some overarching scandal or some recruiting violation, like, he's built a powerhouse, and they are that good. And again, it's not that they win the national championship every single year, but it's that good, man. And it's only really that way in college where you can build decades long. Coach K, Bobby Knight, all that kind of stuff. But super impressed. Congratulations to him, and certainly a great accolade for him.
Alrighty, last year for the morning update, MLB announced the Cy Young winners for the AL and NL. For the NL, it's Atlanta Braves, Chris Sale. He received 26 of the 31st place votes, For the AL, no surprise here. Tariq Skubal gets it, Matt. But a little bit of surprise. Emmanuel Clase, not second. In fact, he was third in the AL Cy Young voting.
I think he should have gotten second. Sorry to Seth Lugo. Somebody gave Cade Smith a vote at 5, which I thought was the best part of last night.
Cy Young?
Yeah.
Wow.
He got a 5th place vote from somebody.
That's awesome.
Cade Smith. Good for Clase. Oh, man, I got to go back. I think Mandy Bell had this, maybe from Sarah Langs as well. He obviously, no reliever has won the Cy Young since.
Oh, I forget his name. He has a cool name.
Eric Gagne.
Oh, never mind. That's not a cool name. That's not what I thought it was.
Who were you thinking?
No
Trevor
shot at
Hoffman?
me. I don't know. For some reason, I thought it was.
Nobody has won it. But the other thing, he's the first reliever to finish in the top 3 since 2008. It's pretty good. Wow. It's pretty good.
Who was the reliever?
In 2008.
Mariano?
Probably. All right, 2000. I'll give you one guess who won the Cy Young.
In 2008?
Yep.
This is AL?
Yep.
2008, Cliff Lee.
Yeah, that's right. I'll give you $1,000. You can name me who finished second.
Oh, God. Too early for Felix Hernandez.
It was not him. I would not have gotten this because I picture this guy on the NL team that he finished his career out with.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's done pitching. He's retired.
He unfortunately has passed away.
Roy Halladay?
Roy Halladay's correct. I picture him on the Phillies,
Right.
not the Blue Jays.
Right.
Then
I didn't even know he's on the Blue Jays.
K-Rod, Francisco Rodriguez finished third with 62 saves. Then Daisuke Matsuzaka, then Mariano Rivera, then Mike Mussina, and Irving Santana finished it out for the 2008 Cy Young Award won by Cliff Lee. But again, so that's the thing. He's the first reliever since K-Rod to do it, to finish in the top 3, and nobody's won it since Gagne. So that's a great accolade for Class A. Totally deserves that. And well done. You know, again, Cade Smith up there for Rookie of the Year as he should have been. Jose should be a finalist for the MVP. I think, because that comes out tonight, right?
But I don't think he should have been, Matt.
I get it. But I was going to ask you, though, do you think he's going to finish in the top 5 of voting?
Yeah, he should.
Okay. So we'll see that. I think it comes out tonight. But well done for Class A. Vote Artie Manager of the Year. Great season for the Guardians. Now, hey, whoa. Eli Morgan.
Yeah.
So that single A kid.
Okay. I got to admit.
I know. Don't get all jacked on prospects. Go ahead. But.
No. That's not what I was going to say.
Oh.
I saw so many people on Twitter acting like they knew exactly who this kid was. How?
That's one of the beauties of minor league baseball. There are some people who I believe.
No. Like guys like Justin Lotta, of course they know who he is.
Right. I saw some stuff from Justin. I go, I'm going to trust Justin.
Right. Of course he knows.
And
but
he
I was
retweeted from somebody else in the Cubs organization before. So here's the thing: the trade got announced that they were sending Eli Morgan to the Cubs. Apparently, some Cubs insider sent a tweet, and if that player is Rosario, I'm going to lose it. And then, like an hour later, it is Rosario.
Yeah.
21-year-old center fielder. He's 215 pounds as center fielder, too.
Big boy.
But here's the twist on Eli Morgan. They trade him away, low-level single-A player, high upside prospects. I have no idea. But
I love it.
That now opens a roster spot on the 40-man roster. The Rule 5 draft is the first week of December. And the Rule 5 draft is this. Any player that is not on your 40-man roster that's outside of like Travis Pizzana, like there's a window, right? You've had to play so long, and if you're not on the 40-man roster, then you're subject. Anybody can pick you. Anybody can pick you up. Because the Guardians had to make moves. They had to put my guy, Doug Nikhazy, on the 40. Enright, somebody else, but they let Valera go. They let Sabrowski go off the 40-man so they can get picked up by somebody else. So the whole reason on the Eli Morgan thing is this. They now have an open roster spot. Do you use that in the Rule 5 coming up? Or is that a Shane Bieber signing? Because he's not on your roster right now.
Or is it for Pizzana?
No, they don't need to put Pizzana. Pizzana's protected.
Right, but what if they want to bring him up?
Well, then they
guess
make
you
a
wouldn't
move when
do
they
it
cross
yet.
that bridge.
Fair enough.
But I'm just saying, I thought that was an interesting move from our guards.
I hope so. One can hope.
One can hope. One can dream. Speaking of dreams and hopes.
All right, Matt, this is an absolutely massive
I didn't even look.
day.
I haven't even seen it. Oh, no.
No, just don't bring that energy.
All right. Don't bring the negativity. Those freaking Jags, man. No Commanders, which is good. Go. What?
5,000 career receiving yards from Jaguars.
Go. Oh, Jimmy Smith.
Okay. I'm glad you knew that. I don't even know who that is. 92 to 05? You're positive.
Wait.
Well, it's obviously not just 1 year, and it's obviously not 11 to 21 because I would know who that was.
No, I'm only concerned that Jimmy Smith was the corner, not the receiver. All right. Evan Ingram has 5,000 career receiving. Does he not?
I wouldn't say that's a lot.
Does he work for any of the other two teams? Just go Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith.
I'm going to be pissed.
All right. Well, Keenan McCardell.
Oh, well, it does. We could do Allen Robinson.
But does he not work?
No. He doesn't work for Falcons or Dolphins. And he definitely has to have 5,000 recruits.
Yeah, okay, fine, go that. But Keenan McCardell works too. That's fine. Okay. Megatron.
Yeah.
Gronk, Edelman. Randy Moss. Okay. All right, so Brissett has got to be one of these. There you go.
Dolphins, Jaguars. Something's speaking to me. Jalen
Ramsey. Jags, Falcons. I wanted to say Alex Mack.
Let's clean out lines.
What?
Let's clean out the lines.
Oh, clean out the Lions.
Or the Dolphins.
Dolphins, Lions. Not Raheem Mostert.
Not Frank Gore. He didn't play for the Lions, did he?
No. Adrian Peterson never played in Miami.
Ndamukong Suh?
Yeah.
Right?
Correct. Yep.
He definitely played for the Dolphins, right?
Well done. We always forget about him.
Yeah.
I don't know why. We always forget about him. All
Calvin
right.
Ridley.
What?
Calvin Ridley?
Yes. I was going to say Alex Mack because he actually signed an offer sheet with Jacksonville, but he never actually
Falcons,
played
Lions. Is that not Jeff Okudah?
there. Did he play in Atlanta?
Pretty sure.
If you feel confident, rip it.
Well, let's
I like the confidence.
All right,
Go
well,
ahead and do it.
Let's just. We'll wait.
Okay.
Falcons. Is that Cordell Patterson?
Or Austin Hooper.
He played for the Patriots?
Yeah, last year.
Did he? You're positive?
I
don't mean to second guess you. I just.
Yeah. Rip it.
Well, I know for a fact Jonnu Smith.
I know Austin Hooper.
Okay.
I know Austin Hooper.
I
like your Jeff Okudah play. I do. I don't mind it.
Or can we think of a different one?
Joey Harrington. Actually, you know what? I think Joey Harrington actually works.
100%.
I really do.
You're positive.
Pretty.
Do you get the Fontana stamp of positivity?
I like your Jeff Okudah play, though, too.
I'm pretty sure he
Then
did.
just rip Jeff Okudah.
Well,
I feel better about that than Joey Harrington.
I don't want to be wrong.
Nobody wants
What
to
if he
be
didn't
wrong.
appear in a game? He was hurt.
That's fine.
Or am I just making that up that he played for them?
I mean, obviously, you went to Houston.
Right.
You got jettisoned out of Detroit.
How much time do we have? Let's just.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
All right.
We have 4 minutes.
I don't think any quarterbacks I can really think of.
Again, Joey Harrington. That's.
Oh, is that a quarterback?
Yeah, he's a quarterback.
I thought that was the guy from Stranger Things.
No. No.
Oh, is that Steve Harrington?
Yeah, Steve, yeah. God, when does that show come back? I think they're
Overrated.
shooting it right. Shut up. No. Did you watch this last season?
I only watched the first season.
That's why. It is truly the worst season is the first season.
No way that's ever true.
Yes.
No.
Well, okay. The season that they go to the mall got a little trippy for me. I'm not kidding you that this last season of Stranger Things is the greatest season of television I've ever watched.
Better than the Penguin? I haven't watched it yet.
Nah, the Penguin's getting close. I got 2 episodes to go in the Penguin. I've been slacking. You want to know why I've been slacking? My daughter, 1-year-old, took my AirPods. I don't know where they are.
Wow.
I hit the little thing.
She probably ate them.
That's what my buddy said. He goes, no, because the case is, if she swallowed the case, we'd be in a lot of trouble. And you hit the thing of play the sound, and it won't. I
It's in her stomach.
They've been gone for 4 days. 4 days. I've not seen my AirPods.
Have you
in my
been
house.
checking her fecal matter?
No. I mean, I change her diaper every day.
And you don't see anything white popping
She did
out?
not swallow.
All right.
She likes to open them and play with them and almost put her in her ear like she does. So they're somewhere in the house. I have no idea where. And our cleaners are coming today, too. So that's my other worry is that they're going to get even further lost. Or maybe they'll find them. I don't know. Anyway. It's not Dion.
I'm just going to rip Okudah.
It's not Julio Jones. I like Jeff Okudah. I think that's a fine one.
Or am I thinking... I'm in my head.
No, Jeff Okudah. Just rip it. he?
Oh,
He was number 1.
Yeah.
He was number 1. Did Joey Harrington work?
Look at us. Look at us. We can even use our Wordle Friday.
Yeah, and
we're gonna have a giveaway.
Joey Harrington also would have worked.
I'm counting my chickens before they hatch. If we
That's
have a
fine.
Wordle
We'll
on
do
a
it
Friday,
tomorrow. We'll do it on a Victory Friday, buddy. What a Victory Friday that will be. We will cash out that.
They said these guys fighting over 2 answers that both
That
worked.
both worked. Yeah, I know. Joey Harrington worked. I knew that. That's what I figured. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, got drafted in Detroit. Started there for a while. I'll say a while. Dolphins, Falcons, Saints. Joey Harrington. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's 100% correct. All right, done and done. That's how it goes. We got it tomorrow.
Wow,
we got your ass tomorrow.
We're gonna do a giveaway.
We got it. I'm excited. Jimmy Smith was right. Thank you, Mike. I thought he was the receiver there.
He was the most popular answer.
When Brunell was playing a lot. But then they also had a corner that was really good at that time. And I can't remember. Yeah, Jimmy Smith was their receiver. I think 82. Was that who that was? That works out as well. I was talking about the Browns, like, you know how loyal people are. Wilbur. Guys, I'm loyal to drinking and partying, not the actual football team. That's fine. Let's get it. And you want to just go tailgate, have your grand old time? I'm all for it, man. Do what you need to do. Get through tonight. I'm all for it. All right, let's do this. Catch your final break. We come back, get to time hop. We'll get our parlay going for tonight. We'll get the finals of our bracket set. We'll send you on your way. Stay with us.
The Big Play Sports Network. Download the free app today to watch all of your favorite hosts on demand.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage beer. Beer flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like. I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby as Authentic takes them around the far turn. Tis the laws making his move now, and they're into the stretch. These two stride for stride. Authentic, tis the law. Here's the wire. Authentic has won the Kentucky Derby.
I would like to see the Guardians re-sign Shane Bieber. I think he'd give them a franchise-friendly contract because his market value has diminished so much following the surgery. He's not going to be able to demand the kind of money on the free agent market that he would have before the injury. So I'd like to see us keep him, even if he's not ready to start the regular season. Be a couple of months in. I'd like to see us keep Matthew Boyd. Veteran presence. Did a fabulous job for us. Great pickup by Antonetti and Chernoff.
We're back. We didn't just start. We're here. We've always been here. Presented by Fairway Ford. FairwayFordOhio.com. All right. This gets you in trouble, but I'm going to do it anyway. A random tweet from Chad Bleeds Brown. Apparently, Shefty said he doesn't believe the Browns are going to move on from Kevin Stefanski.
I hope not.
Good. Yeah, good. Great. I also hate that that's coming out the day of a Steelers game. You remember that time where every Sunday we woke up, it was Jay Glazer or somebody breaking. Who was the other guy at Fox forever? The NFL insider at Fox. Oh, God. I don't even know if he's there anymore. But anyway, we'd wake up every Sunday, and it'd be a report from Garofolo or Ian Rappaport or somebody going, oh, yep, this is about the Browns. This is about... I hate it. But this is a positive one. All right, if this is true. Somebody retweeted it. I saw it. I have no idea if that's true or not. We'll see how it goes. They got some truth for you in time hop we had on back. We'll tell you. Browns beat Detroit 13-10. This day, 2021. The battle for the barge, the Great Lakes, the GLC, but in the regular season. 2021, here we go. That improved us to 6-5 on the year. Baker threw for just 176, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Another $1,000 offer you for you, Ryan.
Okay. You owe me a lot of money.
Fell to 0-9. I'm sorry, 0-9-1 with this 13-10 loss to the Browns. Who started that game for the Detroit Lions?
At quarterback?
Yes.
What year?
2021. So, I don't know if I want to give you a hint, though.
Okay, 2021.
So they were bad. Why were they bad?
I'm assuming Stafford got hurt.
He got hurt, and then he would leave for L.A., but he was hurt, so it was not Matt Stafford.
Right. Oh, jeez. Tim Boyle.
Yes! Let's go! Woo! Wow! Wow!
I'm proud of myself.
I owe you over there. I'll get it to you.
Proud of myself.
Wow! Tim Boyle is correct.
What a pull by the kid.
Wow. 2 interceptions that day.
What a pull.
For young Timothy Boyle. Look at you.
Wow.
No, wait.
Oh, no.
No, you're right.
Okay.
Stafford was already gone.
Was he?
So did Goff get hurt? He left. I thought that was weird.
Yeah,
2021. He was already gone. They won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was the year they won the Super Bowl. Right. You're right.
So Goff, stand by.
Yeah, because that was Burrow's second year.
He suffered an oblique injury,
Okay.
leaving Tim Boyle to start. And in the next game, he came out. They narrowly got the win to snap a 15-game losing streak and avoid them. They finished the season 3-13-1.
Okay.
So that was it. So it was Goff was there, but he just got hurt. That's what it is. But still, Tim Boyle did get the start. Look at you. This day, 2020. Good number for tomorrow. I keep thinking today's Friday because it's the game, but for Saturday. Ohio State beats Indiana 42-35. This was number 3 Ohio State taking on number 9 Indiana. Here's the freak thing about that game. We won 42-35. Ohio State was up 35-7 starting the third quarter.
Yeah, Fields,
or in the third quarter.
Fields, right?
I think it was. It was COVID. It was COVID year, and Fields wanted to play and all that kind of stuff. This game is probably the one that stands out to me as my worst Ohio State loss ever. 2015.
Purdue?
Michigan State. We were the Cats' rear end. They were number 9. We were number 3.
Oh, that's the year Michigan State went to the playoff.
Yeah. They finished 10-1. We finished 10-1. They got a 17-14 win. JT Barrett just threw for 46 yards and a touchdown. Tyler O'Connor beat the Buckeyes. Zeke only had 33 yards and a touchdown. Again, just no offense. They get a game winner and they beat us. That one. That was that one, the Connor Cook, but certainly that one, 2015, when that team was stacked.
I forgot about Connor Cook. Didn't he go to Walsh?
Yeah, Walsh, and then he got some time with the Raiders, but he beat Ohio State there at Michigan State as well. We go back to 1980. Do you know about who shot JR? Dallas?
I've heard of it.
350 million people tuned in to the season premiere of Dallas to find out who shot JR.
Who was it?
It was his mistress.
Okay.
Wasn't it?
I
think
don't know.
hang on. Can you imagine 350 million people?
That's
They
insane.
said the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight was the most streamed ever. Wasn't it 100 million?
Like 120.
350 million people
That's
tuned
insane.
in.
I didn't realize how popular that was.
Well, the show was popular, but it was, they imagine again, a season ends on that cliffhanger. This ain't streaming. You got to wait
True.
the next season. It was the title episode was Who Done It? Who shot JR? The person who pulled the trigger was revealed to be Kristen Shepard. Kristen was JR's scheming sister-in-law and mistress who shot him in a fit of
His
anger.
mistress was his sister-in-law?
Yeah, but imagine like your wife's sister.
That's crazy. You're banging your wife's sister? That's some dirty dog stuff.
Well, I mean,
man.
cheating in general is dirty. It was a TV show.
Yeah, that's even worse.
JR survived, by the way. Did not press charges that Kristen claims she was pregnant with his child as a result of their affair. So, yeah, this is mistress, sister-in-law who shot JR, but 350 million people tuned in for that this day 1980. This day 1965, it was the final game that Chick Hearn would miss calling the Lakers. He had an Arkansas basketball game the day before. His flight got canceled. He missed it. He would then go on to call 3,301 consecutive Lakers games from 1965 all the way to 2001.
That's a lot of games.
That's a lot of games for Chick Hearn. This day, 1949, Bill Veeck sells the Indians for $2.2 million. I think it's Veeck, whatever. To Ellis Ryan, that's worth $27 million in today's money. You buy a baseball team for $27 million, I'll pay for it. Take a loan out. Ask Ken to cut a check. See how that goes. 1877, Thomas Edison announced his new invention of the phonograph. My brother's got a record player. He's really getting into playing records. There's nothing like a good... Do you know how to cue up a vinyl? No. I'll
Come
have to
on.
teach you one day.
You know,
There's nothing. People are saying, I agree. There's something about vinyl. When I was in college, we were at the radio station. It was required. You had to learn how to cue vinyl. It was awesome. It just sounds a little bit different. Very happy birthday goes out to Stan Musial, Troy Aikman, Ken Griffey Jr., Michael Strahan, Justin Tucker. It's Wyatt Teller's birthday.
Happy birthday,
A little
Wyatt.
pancake tonight. Bella Twins and Goldie Hawn all celebrating birthdays today. All right, I got 4 movies for you. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
We start this day 2012. I might lay this up for you. I don't know. Because this is not a movie I've ever seen. Okay. But the storyline revolves of 2 survivors of a shipwreck.
Life of Pi.
That is correct. And
Good
he's
movie.
stuck on there with the tiger?
Yeah, good movie.
Is it?
Yeah, good
Is
movie.
the whole movie just them on the lifeboat? Like
Pretty much.
the crash, the lifeboat, and then they get rescued? It's like Castaway?
Pretty much.
There you go. Life of Pi is correct. This day, 2012. All right, next up, this day, 2008. This was an immensely popular book series that expanded into the film realm.
Harry Potter?
This day, 2008. Now, too late for Harry Potter. Potter was in the late 90s.
What?
What's that?
The Harry Potter movies?
Yeah, the first one came out like 99.
Okay. There's still like 8.
I know, but I'm saying this was the first entry.
Oh, okay.
This was the very first entry. And
Hunger Games.
No, good guess, but no. You're along the right track. Just say the next one that you would say.
Divergent.
No, but no.
How many movies are there?
I want to say 6.
Oh, jeez.
I want to say 6. 1, 2, 3. There's 5. There was 3 standalone.
Twilight.
Twilight is correct. I'm very secure in my masculinity. I have no problem saying this. Twilight's not a bad movie.
No.
I haven't seen any. Well, I've seen parts of them. My wife loves that book series. Like on our bookshelf at our house, she's got the whole Twilight series of the books.
Is she Team Jacob or Team Edward?
I've never asked her that. I don't know. It's a good question. I just am happy that Edward is now our Batman. He's doing just fine, just doing that. I watched the first one. It's fine. And then the other one, the Volturi show up. They have a kid.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I've seen parts of them. Yeah, not bad though. I mean, they made a bajillion dollars.
agree.
Off of it,
I would
but
agree.
Isn't everybody on Stephanie Meyer? Isn't she all in the or is that J.K.
That's
Rowling?
J.K. Rowling.
Well, I know J.K. Rowling, but I think wasn't everybody on Stephanie Meyer for something or whatever?
Could be.
Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Twilight, this day, 2008. All right, we go back this day, 1976. I'm going to make this a little harder for you. This movie became beloved in a lot of different ways. But
Taxi.
No. But
Rocky. Is that it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I was gonna say it started out with the director, like Sylvester Stallone
Right, wrote it and sold it, yeah.
wrote it and sold it. It had to stay in, and then they come in 10 Academy Award nominations. one of the greatest films of all time. Rocky.
I'm on
is
one today.
correct. You're on one today. Only Tim Boyle had starred in Rocky. What a story that would be. Quick Rocky order. 1, 4. I love Rocky 4. 3, 2. And then I haven't seen Rocky Balboa. I haven't seen Creed. And then the fifth one. The fifth one with Tommy Morrison was just ass.
Yeah, I've never seen a Rocky movie.
What? You've not even
I
seen
knew you
the
were gonna
original
say that.
one?
Nope.
Really? Huh. Again, I think the definitive order for me is this. 1, 4, 3, 2, 5. 5 was bad. And again, I haven't seen Rocky Balboa. I haven't seen Creed. I haven't seen any of the other ones that happened, but it's damn good. All right, final one. We go all the way back to 1931. Another film that began as an immensely popular book.
Gone with the Wind.
No. Little late, little early for Gone with the Wind.
1931.
1931.
Bruh. They made movies back then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it like Janis Joplin or whatever his name is? Who am I thinking of?
Who are you thinking of? Janis Joplin was a female singer in the 70s.
Oh. Charlie Chaplin.
Oh,
Is that what I'm thinking of?
that's who you're thinking of, yes. But that's an interesting bridge that you just gapped there, but that's okay. Here we are.
1931. They didn't make movies back
They
then.
did make movies back then. This actually, I think, was a talking movie, though. Maybe, maybe not.
Is
I don't
it
know.
animated?
No, it was a live-action movie. Live-action movie.
Vertigo?
No. Again, these are all like 40s and Vertigo's 50s.
I don't even know if I know a movie that was made in the 1930s.
Again, it was from a very famous book.
Okay.
It was from a novel that was written 100 years earlier. It's not Moby Dick. I know we just brought up Moby Dick. It's not Moby Dick. Okay.
Little House on the Prairie?
No.
I'm getting roasted for Janis Joplin.
I was gonna be like, Janis Joplin? What do you mean Janis Joplin? Charlie Chaplin, who's who you're thinking of there. But it's not Janis Joplin.
That's great. A book. Okay, what books were written in the 1800s? A Christmas Carol.
Okay.
Huckleberry and Finn.
No. We just got out of the time of the year where you would actually maybe watch this movie.
Out of Halloween. Dracula. Frankenstein.
Frankenstein is
Is that it?
yeah.
Miss Mary Shelley.
Mary Shelley. Frankenstein, Boris Karloff and crew. This day, 1931.
Wow.
Run time of 70 minutes. My next thing was going to be, I don't think you've ever seen Young Frankenstein.
No.
Oh, hilarious. One of my dad's favorite movies. But yeah, Frankenstein. There's been all these offshoots. Frankenstein. I was really, this is weird to me. When I was growing up, they had a book series. And I can't remember what it's called. It was like the Illustrated Classics, I think is what it was called. And you could read The Wolfman, you could read The Invisible Man, you could read Frankenstein, and it was meant for kids to be able to read, and every page had an illustration. And I remember reading Frankenstein as a kid, and I'm like, I should not be reading this. Because he comes back, he kills his wife.
Oh, wow.
Spoiler alert. He comes back, he kills Victor Frankenstein's wife. He says, meet me on this ice pack. He kills him. He goes and just floats. It's creepy. Obviously, the whole thing of putting together a body and a human for Frankenstein.
What's my worst mix-up? Is it Janis Joplin and Charlie Chaplin, or Bo Schembechler and Marty Schottenheimer?
No, honestly, the Chaplin and Janis Joplin one is, at least they were both coaches and long names. Like Janis Joplin jumping to Charlie Chaplin.
Their names are similar.
Not
Joplin, Chaplin?
Sure, I guess. If I knew where you were kind of going on that, but I would say that one is definitely a lot worse than Schembechler and Schottenheimer. But that's here we are. All right, you want to get to the bracket? Let's go. Finals!
Right, yes.
Butt rock band, let's go.
Yeah, looks like Kid Rock ran away with it.
I kind of thought there'd be a little upset there with Kid Rock.
And Group 4
Three Doors
destroying it. 3 Doors Down.
So Kid Rock, 3 Doors Down, Nickelback, and Creed, heavy hitters for best butt rock band. And 2 of them will be in town tomorrow night, and I will be in that arena over there to watch it. I'm very excited. We'll send that finals on out. All right, Ryan, let's go, Browns!
All right.
I refuse to take the Steelers in this game.
Okay.
So I will take the Browns
No.
and the points.
No. And you're actually betting that?
Well, for our wagers for the show.
Oh, okay. I will not.
Browns are 3.5 point dogs.
I will be taking the Steelers and the points.
Fair enough. A sneaky play. The over-under is only 36. I actually really like the over for this game tonight. And I know, I know the weather and all that kind of stuff, but I think the Browns are going to put up a couple points, and I obviously think the Steelers are going to do that too. I didn't want to tell you what OddsShark has dialed up. Ready for this?
Yes.
They run their predictor 22.5 to 20. Browns!
Yeah, okay.
Browns win, cover, and the total goes over from OddsShark.
I hope so.
Mitch Bannon. Steelers are 8-2 and ranked near the top of the league in every advanced metric. The Browns are 2-8 and bottom feeders. I think the nature of division games and how close the AFC North often plays is forcing books to make this line closer to 3.5 than it really needs to be. The Steelers have the second best against the spread record for divisional games since Mike Tomlin took it over in 2007. He's the second best division coach since 2007.
Wow.
Mitch also follows up, likes Pickens over 56.5. He's gone over that in all 4 games with Russell Wilson. And the Browns have given up the 11th most opposing receiving yards in the NFL. So they like Pickens over 56.5. Let's jump to some other things. Steelers are not only on this win streak 5 straight, but they've also covered in all 5. They've covered 7 of their last 10 games against Cleveland. They've won 13 of their last 19 games against us. They're 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games on the road. But in their last 5 games at that stadium, Ryan, they've only won 1.
Yes. What are they, 1-4-1?
1-4. Well, no, that's even before. I know the one you're talking about, the tie. That was even before that.
Okay.
They're 1-4 in their last 5 games over here. Browns just 3-9 against the spread their last 12, 1-7 straight up in their last 8 as well. We've only covered 1 of our last 5 home games in general as well. Let me flip over here real quick. Get you one more here. I was like Evans right up from Action Network. I meant to have it up, but I didn't. Sorry. Here we go. 3.5. Again, on the road. Mike Tomlin has never won a divisional road Thursday night football game. And in fact, the Steelers in franchise history, road games on a Thursday, 5-17 straight up, 9-13 against the spread in franchise history. Not good on a Thursday. Also, after playing the Ravens, the Steelers have had to go play a night game directly after facing the Ravens 3 times in the last 4 years. They've not won nor covered any 3 of those games, especially on the short week. Russell Wilson, Thursday night football. Night games for Russell Wilson. When he was in Seattle, he was 24-7-3 against the spread in night games. With the Steelers this year, he's 2-0 and 2-0 against the spread. So he plays well at night. I mentioned the road troubles at night for Tomlin and crew. Browns at home, night games under Kevin Stefanski, 5-2 straight up and against the spread. They've won 3 straight night games at home under Kevin Stefanski. The underdogs in the AFC North. Since 2018, in division games in the AFC North, the underdog covers at a 61% clip, 48-31. That is the best of any mark of any division for a dog in a division game. Jameis Winston, though, in tight games, in his career, when the spread is 4 points or fewer, he covers just 19-31.
Oof.
Which isn't good. Also, little weather for tonight. Jameis Winston has started 73 career games. He's only started 5 when the weather has been below 50 degrees. He's never started a game when it's below 40, which is expected for tonight. In his 4 coldest starts, he's scored 12, 20, 19, and 10 points. Get my guy a long sleeve and a hand warmer. All right? That's all I'm going to ask. I'm taking the Browns. That's it. I'm going to take I like the over. I like the Browns touchdown scores. I like Njoku. I like Chubb. I like Jalen Warren. I might throw a buck on the defense. I said I wasn't betting this week. I probably won't do that, but I like that.
I will take the Steelers.
Do you want some superlatives for tonight or some props, I should say?
Superlatives.
Not superlatives, some props.
Most likely to get fired after the game.
What's that?
Most likely to get fired after the game.
Might be us. You never know. 217 over-under for Jameis Winston. 186 for Russell Wilson. You like the over-under on either one of those? 217 Jameis, 186 Russ.
Well, Jameis.
Over. Yeah. Receiving props. Pickens, 58.5. We already talked about that. You like the over. Judy is just 47.5.
Sure.
42 for Ced Tillman. 43 for Njoku. Only 20 for Pat Freiermuth.
I like the over for Tillman.
Okay.
Judy.
Anybody else you want? Elijah Moore, 35.5.
Nah.
Rushing props. Najee Harris, 66.5 yards. Nick Chubb, 52.5.
Chubb.
Jameis, 9.5.
Rushing yards?
Yeah.
No.
Maybe. Nothing. Defensive props. Record a sack. Watt, -140. Miles, -108. I think both of them.
Yeah.
So how about this? Watt, Miles, rushing props. You didn't like either one of those, right?
Chubb over.
Chubb over. Receiving props. I like Pickens over. I like Judy over. I like Freiermuth over 20.
I like Tillman's over the most.
42.5.
Yeah.
Just that gets us to plus 990.48.
There you go.
$10 wins you $1,000 almost.
There you go.
And if you had a passing prop, or if I took the over in the game, give me that. Hang on. Dude. Dollar wins me 112.
There you go.
I said I wasn't betting. There we go. All right, get it done tonight. I know everything else is crazy. I know everybody's on Stefanski. Set it aside and get after their asses tonight. I don't want to lose to the Steelers. I don't want to wake up tomorrow and do this show and have to talk about Kevin Stefanski and his job. Get a win tonight. Final results of our poll.
55% don't care if season's over. 26.2% win would be great. Just 18.8% rivalry game. Let's effing go.
55% of you are liars. You know what they say about Nickelback, Ryan? There's Nickelback fans and there's liars.
Fair enough.
That's where we're at. Go Browns! For Ryan Tyler, I am Matt Fontana. As always, take it easy.